All right, continuing. All right, once again, this is Randy with Randog 1951. I'm working on a 2005 Ford Escape 6-cylinder. I was trying to, come on baby, focus. Okay, I was trying to remove the bolt that's back there. All right, can you see it? This one. Yeah, that one, right dead center of the picture. Well, it snapped off, leaving about a quarter of an inch protruding out still. I tried using a center punch. I tried drilling it. I believe it's a grade 8 bolt, really hard stuff. And long story short, I think Granger had some sort of a tool for about 17, 18, 19 bucks, something like that. I need to get these things done anyway. I called up my local muffler guy. He was busy, didn't call me back. So I went ahead and I built the tool, welded it up. I had taken this air chisel and it was in a V shape, and it was just gouging. Matter of fact, I need to get a new gasket, copper gasket. But anyway, I welded this. I cut the V end off. I got this 3/16 piece of metal. I took 3/32 7018 rod, and I welded her up. I know it's not pretty, but I just needed it to hold together. I mean, I beat on the thing. I was on that darn bolt for nearly 4 hours yesterday. And there it is. There's where she snapped off. And it appeared that someone had, if you can see that, had tried to take a chisel or sharp object and remove it before, and they gave up. Maybe that's why they sold it, because it was dripping oil everywhere. So anyway, just wanted to let you all know, if you get in a tight spot like that, this worked. There's not much available for a 2005 Ford Escape 6-cylinder on the internet. So I'm in the process. Show you what I did. I moved this. The bolts I just showed you were back here, and I was able to shove it over and use some welding tie wire. Got it out of the way. Now, I saw where one guy didn't know what these were for. They're a very fancy type of electrical connector. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, can you see that? Okay, that's a connector that holds this sending unit of some sort. Well, it has to do with the catalytic converter. And by the way, if you need to replace your catalytic converter, they're pretty costly. There's a guy on the internet named Scotty. He's quite the mechanic, and he showed, gosh, I wish I had the name of his channel, but he wears airborne hats. He was in airborne, I assume. And anyway, he's quite the mechanic. And apparently you can run, it's either mineral spirits or turpentine, double check on that, in your gas tank, and it'll clean out your catalytic converters. Yeah, triple check on that, what you use. They're store-bought, cleaners. And if all else fails, he said you can just take the converter off and put it in a bucket overnight in soapy dishwater. Generally clean it out. So that's all for now, you guys. I'm just gonna, as you can see, there's about a half a dozen. I didn't count them up, but the difference between this 2005 and I watched a guy, a Brit, I believe, and he had 16 or 17 bolts to remove to get this oil pan off. And this one doesn't have nearly that amount. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe so, 11, 12. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. More than I thought. But I've got them all loose. I'm going to double check on the torque. I bought a torque wrench for this process. A halfway decent one. I cracked the head of a little engine one time by using a torque wrench. Not the clicking type. I was reading it upside down and it screwed everything up. So anyway, I'm rambling, and I want to thank you for checking in. Take care and be safe.